Oh my gosh, the way I am playing something that is not a legacy on my channel. Hey there, Storyteller Squad. Welcome to a brand new series here on my channel. It is so crazy to say that, honestly. And I have been prepping for this series for the last few days, and it's been really invigorating, and I'm very ready to start something that is not a legacy on my channel. And as much as I love my legacies and I love playing them out, it's very fun to just do something where I can just play gameplay and see what happens. And all these sims in this rotational gameplay series are sims that you all will know from my channel. They have their own series that I did in the past. So yeah, I am just very ready to start this. So this is my Horse Ranch LP daughter of my protagonist from that series. So this is Sequoia, and I am honestly a little nervous, just so you all know. I mean, this is my 3-year anniversary on YouTube series, and I just have a little bit of nerves because y'all know I have ADHD and maybe a tad bit of autism as well. So I just get, in my feels sometimes and get emotional. But I am just really happy I get to go back to these sims. So yeah, this is Sequoia, and her mom was Helona, and her dad is Daniel from my Horse Ranch LP series, which if you want to go and watch that and get to know about her parents, I will put it in the top right hand corner for you. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sequoia's backstory and also about her family and her handsome husband over here. So basically, this is the first family that we're going to be playing with in this rotational gameplay series, and I'm going to spend the next couple of episodes introducing you to all the sims, so that way if you haven't got to know them yet, if you didn't see their series, then you will get to know them now. So basically, Sequoia grew up in Chestnut Ridge as the soft-spoken daughter of 2 horse ranch legends, Helona the painter, dreamer, and Daniel the quiet rancher and culinary hobbyist. And her little brother, her parents believed in hard work and open skies. Her childhood was warm, dusty, and full of the kind of freedom only country kids understand. Horses, paintbrushes, and sunsets were her entire world. But when she turned 18, the country life felt too similar. The pressure to take over the ranch and the fear of becoming stuck pushed her to run toward the loudest place she could possibly find, which is San Myshuno. The city didn't fix her, but it reshaped her. She failed college, but she found massage therapy soothing. She found independence. She found Cortez, the DJ who made her feel alive again. They built a life together, messy and bright, and had their son, Luca. Then Helona died, which is her mom. Sequoia never recovered from the guilt of not being home more. And now pregnant again, her grief has cracked open. The city feels wrong, the expenses are high, and the noise feels wrong. Everything feels wrong except the memory of Chestnut Ridge. So who is Sequoia now? So she's 30 years old, and she was the daughter, obviously, of my Horse Ranch LP protagonist. She grew up surrounded by horses, open land, and her mother's warmth and love of painting, and her mom taught her how to paint. She misses it a lot since she passed away a year ago. She moved to the city in her 20s after trying to go to college, which is why she has such debt, is because she can't pay off her student loan. It was so high from where she went to school. And she found San Myshuno, a place where she found herself, which is where she started learning about massage therapy and how peaceful that is as a job. But that didn't really pay for much, so she had to take up a job as a barista. So that's the other career that she has. She met Cortez whenever they were at a festival. So that was really sweet that they got to meet that way. And then he asked her to come and watch him DJ at a club, and that's how they started bonding. And then they just started dating, and they also got married a couple years later. And then they ended up having their son, Luca. So yeah, now they're drowning in debt, and they just weren't really planning on having more kids, but she is currently pregnant, and we are going to find out soon what she is actually having. but she needs to talk to Cortez about it. So yeah, their financial status is really, really low, and it's just not good at all. And I think Sequoia is thinking about, like, well, if I move back to Chestnut Ridge, it's a wide open space. If I move back to my home, I'll feel closer to my mom again. And she just feels like it'll be a better situation than living in this apartment where it's crammed and, loud noises. It'd be hard to raise another baby here. So, yeah. So that's a little bit about Sequoia and her backstory and what's going on, what the conflict is in this family. So, yeah, she's actually really excited to be pregnant. She is overjoyed about it. Like, even though this was unexpected, I think that she, in general, is a family-oriented sim, and I don't think she has a family-oriented trait. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, she does. She has the family-oriented trait, so it does make sense that she actually wants to have a big family. But it's hard to raise a huge family in a cramped apartment like this. So I'll go ahead and give you all a little bit of a tour after I go over their traits and everything. So she also has the kleptomaniac trait, which the reason why is because she's been stealing from her clients that come and get massages done, because she's been struggling so much with money. That's how she's able to have like 22,000 simoleons. So we'll say that this is in her bank account currently, and she did get a little bit of inheritance from her mom's death. So yeah. And she's also a beauty lover, and that's because she does sell beauty products as well, like products that are, helpful for aging and are cruelty-free as well, because she's very much about taking care of her health and stuff, because she grew up on a ranch, which was, very environmental, and, it made her a nature lover and made her not want to have products that she sells that are made from, things that are not good for the environment. So, yeah, and she would be happy to have a child. And yeah, her husband is absolutely the opposite of her. I mean, she's over here being kind of a nature freak, and he is like more of an indoor guy, but he is handsome. Like, look at him. He is really good looking. I spent a little bit of time on him, and it was so worth it. So, a little bit about Cortez, or Denise. His aspiration is actually a party planner, so he really enjoys planning big events for people. He loves to DJ at them as well. So yeah, he's all about the high life, so to speak. And he has the dance machine trait. He also has the jealous trait, because he's very jealous of other celebrities and people that are more successful in the music industry than he is. Even though he doesn't really want to be like a musician or anything, he definitely sees other DJs and is like, oh, I wish I could be as good as them. I wish I got to go to raves like that. Like, he gets really jealous that these other DJs have the time to do those things when he is here with Sequoia and his son. So in a way, he's like not as excited to be a dad as he thought he would. So like, he's neutral about being a dad, neutral about having children. But in general, he would rather be out going to these parties and DJing and stuff like that. But he's also squeamish, so he's nauseated by the sign of creepy crawlies and vomiting and violence. So, like, even though he is a party guy, he doesn't like violent things. So whenever something happens, like a fight at one of these parties, he tends to just leave. So, yeah. And then here is their son, Luca, and just like ignore the fact that he has some makeup on. Y'all know, if you play with CC, that sometimes your toddlers get like random CC on them that you can't get off. So yeah, that's why he has that around his eyes. But he's a cutie. He is currently 3 years old, and he has the inquisitive trait. So he does like to learn things, and that is just so cute. So this is his room. I'll go ahead and give you all a bit of a tour of their apartment. They've been living here for a few years, and Sequoia has actually inherited a lot of items from her family. You'll see a lot of old things. These are some of the trophies that her dad won when he was doing a little bit of horse competitions. And then we have some like letter boxes. We have vases. Over here we have some of the pictures from the ranch that you will actually remember if you watch the Horse Ranch LP. And then here's like her diploma that she got from graduating high school. And yeah, a lot of this furniture came from the family's home back in Chestnut Ridge. And there's a reason for that, which we will get into really soon. But this is their bedroom. This is the master bedroom. And it does have a nice view of the city here. I'm so surprised that this save file is running so well. I am actually playing in a save file. I will link it down below for you if you are interested in using it. I just wanted a save file that was going to be really lived in and just, you know, have all the details in it that I needed. But I did do quite a lot of prep to kind of get this together. And so yeah, here is the kitchen. I mean, they don't have a very big kitchen whatsoever. I mean, Sequoia grew up with a small kitchen, so it's not really that big of a deal. But her dad does love to cook. Her dad, Daniel, we will be seeing in this series. I just didn't get him set up yet in this save file, but he's actually working in San Sequoia in a restaurant, and I would like to actually play with him a little bit in this series as well, so we might spend some time with him too, so I'm excited. But like I said, her mom did pass away, so he is going to be dealing with lots of grief as well as Sequoia does. So in here we just have a couple little wine glasses because they do like to have a wine here and there. Here's pictures of them, and then we have some letters as well from her dad, because her dad is a little bit traditional. Sometimes he likes to send letters to her of things that he's found. He does travel here and there a bit because like he gets his mind off of losing his wife, so he sends her like little postcards and stuff. And then we have some like party posters over here from where Cortez has been planning them. And then of course we have like posters over here of like the DJ stuff from the get together pack. So yeah, that's a bit of a tour of the apartment, and of course the bathroom, which there's not much to see there. But she's currently hungry, so we could come over here and go ahead and make something. Let's see, girl. She doesn't have much of a cooking skill, I don't think. No, she's only a 3. So we're just gonna go and maybe... I feel like her dad taught her to cook some basic things, so we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna maybe just cook some, let's see, let's just cook some garden salad for right now. I feel like that would be something she'd want to make. So yeah, we need to have a discussion with Cortez about this pregnancy because she hasn't told him yet, and I think she just kind of is nervous to talk to him about it because she knows that he wasn't planning on being a dad again. At least not for a while, and I mean she wasn't planning on being a mom for a bit anyway either. But I want him to go ahead and come over here and check on Luca. Oh, Luca's playing with his toy. This is his favorite toy right here. This little He's like, babe, can I just like get some chips, please? Like, come on, like they're just gonna be a small bag. And she's like, no, babe, like we're trying to teach our son to eat healthy, remember? He's like, yeah, I know, but like, I mean, it's okay to have chips here and there though. And she's like, yeah, but like, I'm making this salad. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. This is a recipe I found online that's really, really good for you. And he's like, okay, babe. So they argue all the time about eating. Like, he doesn't really particularly eat very healthy. And she is all about that. Like, she's always telling him to grab an apple, especially if he's going to go and have a run or something, because he does have quite a lot of muscles. So, I mean, it makes sense that she would want him to be healthy. So yeah, I think that we're just going to have him sit down and wait for this food. And little Luca, he is actually getting hungry too, so we are going to just go ahead and have him come get him some salad. So, I don't know if he's going to be a picky eater or not, but hopefully not, because honestly, like, I don't have time to, like, put him in the high chair. But we're going to go grab some food. Finally, they're going to get to have, like, a little family meal. They've just been so busy. Like, I mean, Sequoia has literally had to tackle, like, 3 jobs. Honestly, like, having to go from working her massage therapy stuff to selling beauty products to also going and working as a barista. She just hasn't had a lot of time for her son, and I think she feels guilty for that. And also, she just feels really, really guilty for not being at home at Chestnut Ridge when her mom passed away from an illness. So, yeah, she's dealing with a lot of things, but she is going to come over here and talk to Cortez about being pregnant again. So, I think she wanted him to have a little bit of food in his belly before she told him the news, because I know that he's not going to be that excited about it, but we're going to go and share the big news with him, and I don't know how he's going to take it. I think he'll probably be okay with it, considering they're married now for 5 years, but I think that he's going to kind of be annoyed about it too, because he was just, feeling like their son is only like 3 years old, and now they're going to have another baby. That's just kind of a lot to handle. So she's like, babe, I'm glad you're sitting down, because I want to talk to you about something. I wasn't feeling so good earlier, and I went and bought a test at the local store, and yeah, I'm actually pregnant, and I'm really happy about it. I know that we weren't planning on being parents again, or being parents for a while, but, I miss my mom, and, I think that this is going to take my mind off of it, and it's exciting. So what do you think about it? And he's like, well, babe, that's really, really great. Like, I'm happy that, you're happy, but I really wasn't planning on being a dad again. I mean, I've started, working really, really hard on getting these mixes right for my DJing parties, and, I just don't have the time to dedicate to another child. And she's like, I know, I understand how you feel, babe. Like, I understand that totally. It's just like, I can't help it. I'm pregnant. We're gonna have another baby. And he's like, yeah, babe, but I mean, we kind of got to consider that we don't have a lot of money to like be spending on another child to send off to university one day. And she's like, I know, babe. That's what got me thinking, actually. I was thinking that maybe soon we could like pack up and move back to Chestnut Ridge. Like, I used to live there. It was a really nice place to like have children, and nice place to live in general. Like, I think it'd be really, really great for us as a family. And he's like, well, babe, like, everything that I've done is here. My career is here. And she's like, well, I'm sure that people would like it if you DJ there. I mean, you could learn how to do a little bit of country music, and they'd like that. And he's like, well, no, babe, I'm not changing my sound for anyone. But, babe, like, we are city people, okay? We've lived in this apartment for so many years. Like, why do you want to change that now? She's like, well, I'm pregnant, Cortez. Like, we're going to have another baby, and another baby can't fit in this apartment. And I miss my mom. I miss my hometown. Like, can't you see that I'm struggling? Like, trying to manage all these different jobs, and also being in debt from university years ago. Like, it's just been hard on me, and I really want a nice place for our baby and Luca to live and grow up in. Like, Luca's literally going to be probably, like, needing, like, somewhere that's not so closed in, like, going outside and playing, out in where there's grass and flowers, and I just don't want him to be stuck here in a box. And he's like, I know, babe, I understand what you're saying, but, like, I love the city. The city is where I've lived my whole life. I enjoy it. I just don't want to move somewhere where it's rural. I just don't want that for us. And I'm sorry if that makes you mad, but, like, this is us. This is our home. This is our apartment. We could get something bigger. I mean, we gotta get a bit money first, but we could do it. And she's like, it's like, babe, I don't think you're understanding. Like, I need to go home. Okay, this necklace around my neck used to be my mom's. And it just reminds me every day how much I miss her, and I need her. I need her warmth. I need that, familiarity of where I grew up. I need that for me. I'm pregnant, and I'm gonna have a baby, and I need to feel that comfort of my hometown. And he's like, well, babe, if it will make you happy, we can go there, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna be completely on board, because we've lived here for so long. It's just very, very, familiar to me to live here. So I don't think that it's gonna be, good for me to live in that area, but if it'll make you happy, I'll go with you. And she's like, well, we're married. We've been married for so long, and we have a son. I figured you'd come and live with me. I mean, you weren't going to abandon me to live there just with Luca, were you? And he's like, no, babe, no, I wouldn't do that to you. Absolutely not. But the same time, like, I gotta consider some things as well for myself. I gotta kind of get things in line. Like, I gotta find out if there's a good place there, the DJ. I need to think about some stuff first and look it up before we actually make a plan to move. And she's like, I understand. Okay, babe. Well, I'm glad that we've had this talk, though. I'm just exhausted. It's just been really, really difficult. I've been worried about telling you this for a little bit. And, you know, I just thought that we could have a nice family meal before I sat down and told you the news. He's like, yeah, babe, like, the salad's really good, and thank you for making it. But, yeah, I'm glad we had this talk, too, and even though we don't agree fully, I love you very, very much, and I want us to have a good life together wherever we live. She's like, yeah, me too. Oh, well, yeah, they both are not on the same page about moving, but, I mean, that happens sometimes with couples, even if they're married. Like, you know, they just don't always, like, have the same lifestyle choices and things that they want in their life. Oh, so what's this say? All is well from announcing pregnancy. Sequoia's partner took the news of the pregnancy rather well. They're open to having children and are glad to share the experience with Sequoia. So, yeah, he's happy for her that she's pregnant and it's making her feel better about her mom's death and all that, but he's just, you know, kind of overwhelmed with the idea of being a dad again because he's not really, you know, like, planned for it and everything. Like, she's trying to plan for it right now and, like, talking about how they should move to a better place where there'd be more space for all of them, but, like, he isn't ready to have the change and, like, move away. So we're just gonna see what happens. So he doesn't actually have a moodlet yet, but here it is. So this says, addition to the family from pregnancy announcement, Cortez and his partner are going to have a child. Lots of responsibilities involved, but they'll figure it out. So, like, he's trying to embrace the idea that they're going to be parents again and the change of them thinking about moving to Chestnut Ridge. So, like, even though he's not into living in a very nature-oriented world, like, he's doing it for her. He's doing all of this to make sure that his wife is happy, and we're going to see if that works out for him or not. I mean, we're just going to have to see what happens. But you all need to comment down below and let me know what you think about Sequoia, seeing her all grown up. If you did watch my Horse Ranch LP years ago, 3 years, which is so crazy. But, yeah, honestly, I love continuing Sequoia's, like, journey and seeing her as a grown-up and just seeing her be a mom and also pregnant. So I think we are going to have them go to bed. It is literally 3 in the morning. Oh my gosh, they have the worst sleep schedule ever. I can kind of relate though, honestly, because I stayed up till 3 a.m. one day with my girlfriend, so I totally understand how they're feeling. Maybe she's just been working long hours as a barista, and also she had to, you know, do a lot of things outside of the apartment as well, like going grocery shopping and also going out and, you know, just having some time to herself. So it's literally so late that she lost track of time. And Cortez stays out late anyway for his job because he's a DJ, and, you know, those parties are late at night and stuff at the clubs. So but I am going to have them go ahead and put the baby to bed. We're going to go put Luca to sleep. He does need to potty. So, he doesn't know how to use his potty yet. So, we're going to have to teach him how to potty. I think I'll have Sequoia go ahead and try to teach him. Let me see if I can move this over here so he can get to it a little better. So, we're going to potty train Luca. And I'm going to have Cortez go ahead and take him a nice shower and go use the bathroom. Just do all these things that he needs to do before he goes to bed. And then we're going to have him go and assign the left side to Cortez. And then we're going to assign the right side to Sequoia. So, yeah, Sequoia needs to go pee as well. So, Cortez, can you, like move? Honestly. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's going to, like, put his little plate over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and teach him to potty really quick. Before your mom pees herself, we're gonna try to teach him to go use the bathroom first. Oh, he does want to learn, which is really exciting. I figured he would because he actually has the inquisitive trait. So He wants to learn as much as he possibly can. And it did just tell me that she has work in 30 some minutes. Oh gosh, girl, you're not even going to have time to prepare for work. Like, we've been up all night trying to talk to Cortez about the pregnancy and about moving and also trying to take care of Luca. Like, girl, you literally just came from being a barista and they're calling you in again. Oh my gosh, literally, they love you working there. She works these long hours as a barista, and I feel so bad for her. Like, she barely has any time for her family. Because, like, she's drowning in debt. She has to do what she can to pay the bills. But I'm going to have him go ahead and get some sleep. He's going to go over here and go to bed. She's like, babe, I have to go in again to do my barista job. Can you make sure that Luca gets in bed? And he's like, yeah, babe, I will. Take care of yourself, okay? I love you, and I know that I'm stressed out about you being pregnant again and about us moving potentially, but we got this. We can do it. She's like, yeah, we can, and thank you so much. I love you, babe. Okay, girl, go ahead and stop potty training him for now and go to work. Oh, look at her in her little barista outfit. Oh, girl. You probably got a lot of stains on this outfit because you've been working so much. But she actually just reached level 1 of the parenting skill, which is a skill that I want her to start working on because I see her being very much into her family, even though she overworks herself a lot. So this says Sequoia can now encourage kids' behavior and influence kids to clean, and she can now reprimand bad behavior. So yeah, and he's learning the potty skill as well. I'm so happy that Luca's learning. Okay, well, she's going to go to work, and she's going to have to go and pee first before she gives anybody coffee. So yeah, so she's at work, and it looks like he is over here sad because she left. Aw, poor boy. I feel so bad. Okay, well, can he go to bed? Let's just have him go to sleep real quick. And then whenever Cortez wakes up, I'm going to have him kind of prepare because I want him to go to the nightclub, and I want him to go and try to practice a little bit of DJing and see what he can do to kind of prepare for this big change in their life as well. So it's literally like 7 o'clock in the morning, and Cortez is getting up, and he's already taken a shower. So I am going to have him go ahead and run off to the nightclub and start working on his DJing a bit, because I feel like he goes to the nightclub a lot to DJ because he needs the money. They need the money in general. So why is she back? Where did you go, girl? Did you decide to come home a bit early because you're not feeling well for your pregnancy? Okay. This says over here that she works in 22 hours. Okay, maybe she had a shorter shift because she literally just got off last night from being a barista. So, she is actually really tired. So, good thing she's back because we were going to have to send Luca off to daycare. And I know that Sequoia doesn't really like to do that. It makes her sad because she feels like she's being neglectful, but she's really not trying to. We're going to have her just go to bed straight away. So Cortez is like, hey, babe, I'm going to go to the nightclub for a bit. And she's like, oh, you're leaving already? And he's like, yeah, he's like, I gotta go over there because they need me, you know? I'm like one of their favorite DJs over there. And she's like, well, that's fine. I was hoping we were gonna get to cuddle in bed for a little bit and like spend some time together. And he's like, yeah, babe, I'm sorry. I really want to do that, but I gotta go. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, don't forget, we're gonna like make plans tonight to try to get some stuff together for moving. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I mean, I gotta, like, go and talk to these people because, you know, I DJ there regularly, so I need to tell them that I'm gonna move and see if they have any ideas of, like, where in Chestnut Ridge I could DJ and get the same amount of pay because we need that because of the debt we're in. And she's like, yeah, she's like, definitely talk to them and see because, I mean, we're moving. You know that I need this, that I need to move back to my hometown. And he's like, I know, babe, like, this is us, though, like, this is an us thing. We gotta, like, make it work together. Like, it's not just about you and your life. Like, you know, I'm involved too, so I gotta get things together for my life too. She's like, I know, babe, I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm just, like, really struggling here. And he's like, I know. He's like, we'll figure it out, okay? Like, don't worry. I'll go here to the nightclub and I'll talk to them and see what they say about a place in Chestnut Ridge to mix music. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, I love you, and I'll talk to you later, okay? And he's like, okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and change our outfit. Let's see, what do we want to wear to the nightclub? I think that this outfit over here is really nice. Also, my Wicked Whims is messing up, so I don't know why this outfit is showing up. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm gonna have to literally put like a blur over that, but this looks really cute on him. I love this jacket. I did get some new men's CC like a month ago, and I'm so obsessed with it. So we're gonna go ahead and head off to the nightclub. Let's go ahead and travel. He's gonna travel on his own. And yeah, I think that after the news that she is pregnant again, I think that, you know, he does work a lot at the nightclub as a DJ, but at the same time, like, he feels like he needs to get away. Because this is just a lot to handle when they weren't really planning on being parents again for a while. And so he's going to come over here to the Stargazer Lounge, and I am going to, I was going to have him go here and do a little bit of DJing, but I was trying to see if we have another one in this save file that he could go to. Oh yeah, let's go over here to this one. So he goes to Windenburg to do a little bit of DJing. So, I don't know, I'm just really anxiously excited about this series. You know, anytime I'm starting something new on my channel, I get kind of nervous to see what you all think, to see how things play out, but it's kind of fun to not have any restrictions with anything and just play the game, you know? Like, I had been feeling so down and out about YouTube and how it's been so difficult to thrive on YouTube, and this just makes me feel like all that passion for Sims that I, you know, need right now. So, oh my gosh, who is this girl over here? This is actually Lilith Pleasant. Ooh, she looks kind of cute in this save file, I won't lie. Okay, let's check out this nightclub. Ooh, I love the color purple with the lights. Oh, that's so pretty. And he actually wants to go ahead and have a drink, so we will do that. There's somebody over here already DJing. Can we like come over here and DJ ourselves? No, we can't. I need to actually get his DJing skill up. So I did actually give him a little bit of skills, but I didn't give him that skill because I want him to work on it in this series. So this might be a DJ friend that is actually trying to, you know, play a little music before he got here. Can we come over here and, oh, we can only hire staff, so, I'm gonna have to get him a table, I think, a little DJ mixing table for him to actually do any kind of stuff. Okay, so let's just have a tour real quick of this place, because I haven't been here in the save file. So, up here we have a little area to sit. Over here is just like another area to sit down and chill with your friends or whoever. And then we have down here, we have the bar area, which he does actually want to get a drink. So I am going to have him go and order a drink. Let's see, what would he want to drink? I think probably he'll get a screwdriver. You know what? Go ahead. Get you a screwdriver. That's going to help soothe your emotional feelings about moving and being a dad again. Okay, and then down here we have a little section. I think this is for the club, but could he come down here and actually practice? I haven't played with the DJ skill in a while, the mixing music skill. I'm not sure what it's called because it's been a long time, but like I haven't done it in so long, I don't remember how you're supposed to do it. Like, how is he supposed to get his skill up with this? If you know, comment down below so I can start working on it with him, because that's what I was hoping to do in this episode. But he's up here getting him a nice drink because he needs it after everything that he's talked about with his wife, Sequoia. So I do actually want to have him just kind of chill for a while. I am going to have him order some french fries because I feel like when he goes out on his own, he goes and eats really unhealthily, because when Sequoia's at home making food, she's always making these recipes that are like friendly for like vegetarians and vegans, and he's just not a vegan or a vegetarian. Like, he loves meat. He could literally be a meat eater dinosaur if he was a dinosaur. So I mean, he loves them meat and potatoes. But, I mean, Sequoia doesn't really like to eat meat because she grew up on a ranch where there were lots of animals. So, I think that, for him, whenever he goes out on his own, he just likes to eat, like, French fries. He likes to eat hamburgers, stuff like that Sequoia just won't make for him. So, yeah, I mean, he's a little bit of a sneak in that way. Like, he literally, just has to have his freedom, I guess. I mean, he loves his wife very much, but, I mean, do they fully agree about everything? No, absolutely not. Like, she is definitely way more family-oriented than him, and, of course, she's all about, having those, nature, what are they called? Cruelty-free type things around the house, as far as, lotions and medication as well. Like, if they have a headache, she has to make sure that there's no bad products in it. And also, she cooks these dishes that are so healthy and everything. So, yeah, they don't really agree about that. But, I mean, they do care about each other and love each other so much, though. And so they do have amazing compatibility, and they are very attracted to each other. So, I mean, couples have their issues. Couples literally just don't always agree about certain things. But, I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. But I feel like this, them moving to Chestnut Ridge is going to affect their whole entire lives. And it's going to affect mostly Cortez's life because he's used to the party life. He's used to being where there's a lot of nightclubs. There's modern, buildings and stuff like that. There's lights and disco balls and there's an access to a bar. He's not going to have that as much in Chestnut Ridge. I mean, sure, there's going to be saloons there where he can get a drink, but as far as, nightclubs, there's nothing like that in Chestnut Ridge. And it's mostly farmers and people that like to take care of animals. So, that is not what he's about whatsoever. So, I feel like it's going to make him very upset living there in Chestnut Ridge, and it's going to cause him and Sequoia some problems. So, yeah, but honestly, I'm really, really happy that I am doing this rotational gameplay. It's been really fun to kind of get y'all introduced to Sequoia and Cortez and their son, Luca. And yeah, I cannot wait to play more with this family, and I am in the next episode going to be introducing you to Inez and her twins from my Love Struck LP, so do check that out. And so yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this first episode of my rotational gameplay here. Thank you all for all the support the last 3 years on YouTube. It's really meant a lot to me. I honestly was just a girl with ADHD, a girl who felt so alone about Sims and just wanted to start recording her gameplay, and I just started doing it, and it was nerve-wracking at first, and it still is at times, but I really enjoy hearing y'all's input and talking to y'all about it and playing the game and just seeing what happens with my Sims. And so yeah, thank you all so much for all of that, all the support and love, and I hope y'all are going to enjoy this series because it's just going to be really, really fresh on the channel and new and different, and I can't wait. So yeah, with that being said, if you enjoyed this first episode of the Rotational Gameplay series, the next chapter, go ahead, leave a like, comment down below all your thoughts about Sequoia and her family, and comment down below your favorite Sim, and yeah, also subscribe if you're new to the channel so you will know every time I upload, and thank you all again, and I will speak to y'all next time. Bye, Storyteller Squad!